Good morning, everyone. This is Srikanth Rajan, and welcome back to the Stock Market Podcast from MPIinvest.com. Well, yesterday it was the Nifty expiry, and the market has been, kind of calmer compared to expectation of volatility. So, on a Nifty day, I not expect such calm day. In fact, the markets have kind of been on a consolidation mode, and strong consolidation was seen in the market. Though it closed with a slight negative bias yesterday, but then I feel that the market is in the consolidation zone looking for a direction. So at this point of time, as we've discussed, in fact, if you remember what we discussed on Market Pulse video on Sunday, I had in fact informed all of you that this week looks like a great week for an option seller because the markets are looking sideways, and that's exactly what's happening at this point of time. Expecting the market to kind of close within the range of 19,500 to 20,000 as discussed. But let us also discuss what happened yesterday apart from that. So, 31st of July was the last day for filing the IT returns. And again, this year, India has set a record collection of IT income tax, and that is something fantastic. Not only that, if you look at GST collection has crossed 1.65 lakh crores, which is almost 5 lakh crores more than last. Sorry, if you compare to it was almost 5,000 crores more than last month, which was something amazing. So overall, things are looking great in India as of now. So in fact, this is a time for Indian companies. Most Indian companies are doing well. So that is something really good. And of course, Indian markets are looking bullish over a longer term. But now for the temporary weakness, so yesterday what we could see, as discussed in the podcast yesterday, the windfall tax was hiked by Indian market and Indian government, and that effect was seen on Reliance, and Reliance was negative yesterday. Naturally, when Reliance, the heavyweight in stock market, is negative, the entire stock market also goes negative. So that's exactly what happened there. But then yesterday, interestingly, IT sector has been supporting the market. So if you see among the top gainers of the day yesterday, we had HCL and Tech Mahindra both up by more than 2% and being among the top performers. But then interestingly, the top performer yesterday was Coal India. Of course, no guesses, no prizes for guessing that. In fact, there has been a news that there is coal shortage, and when coal shortage in Australia is one of the largest supplier of coal, and of course, Coal India can see some good demand as well. So when the supply goes down is when the demand goes up and the prices can go up. So on that expectation, a lot of people have bought Coal India yesterday, and Coal India is up by almost 5% yesterday. So overall, the markets were kind of flat. Nothing to really talk about it. But stock specific, there are different news that we can discuss about. So there was news that there are a lot of defaults happening in an Indian banking system. Lot means, of course, still the non-performing assets have been kind of in control for quite some time. So that is something that could be on focus, though there was no referral on any specific bank. But of course, PSU banks could see more weakness because NPAs are slightly higher on the PSU bank side. And if you look at private banks, in a better position at this point of time. So that could kind of give some weakness. And also SBI results are coming on Friday. So overall, the PSU bank sector will be seeing some pressure at this point of time. So that is something that could be seen. But then I'm hoping SBI results will be decent, not great like last time. But then, of course, that is going to build up some pressure on the PSU banks at this point of time. Apart from that, private banks are looking good. So HDFC has still performed. So I have high hopes on HDFC Bank, and that's exactly why I'm kind of slightly heavily invested on HDFC Bank. Let's see how things take shape. But then I'm expecting it to do well in the next couple of weeks. So let's see on that front as well. Apart from that, auto stocks were in focus because the auto sales numbers have started coming in. See, July is not a great month for auto sector. So the next peak time for auto sector is actually the Diwali time. So in October, November, Dasra, Diwali is a time when a lot of people buy vehicles and the sales numbers start going up. So that was seen in the market also. We could see overall the numbers were not that great. Tata sales were slightly down. Maruti sales were slightly up. And Maruti sales were slightly up thanks to Jimny, which has kind of got a good response in the market. But apart from that, overall markets have been kind of flat in the auto sector as well. So there's nothing really new. In fact, auto sector has rallied up enough in the past couple of months. So I think that's a consolidation expected. So auto stocks can see some real fuel in market sense only by October and November. So that is something that could be expected on the cards. Apart from that, if you look at important results coming up today, we have Titan and Indigo to be in focus among other companies. So Titan, I am expecting results to be good. Indigo would not be that great. So, but then doesn't mean so it is bad. Indigo is only stock available in the aviation sector, which is kind of decent at this point of time. So Indigo might see some small fall, but then again it can rise further. In fact, Indigo has been close to its 52-week high at this point of time. So it has hit a new record also. So some profit booking is kind of natural at this point of time. So that's how the markets are looking at this point of time. If you look at US markets, so yesterday there was the US PMI, Purchase Managers Index data coming in, and it has come actually lower than expectation. So that what does it mean? So it does mean that the purchase manager's confidence on the market, that is that the product sales or production is actually going to kind of come down, which means that expectation for the future is actually that the demand will be slightly lesser, which is kind of negative. And then we could see the US markets also kind of taking negative, and we could see all the US markets closing in red. So in fact, when the US markets have closed in red, the Asian markets take the cue, and most of the Asian markets today are trading in the red. So that could probably give some weakness to India. But then, like I said, this could be a temporary weakness. Let us see how the markets continue. Because at this point of time, very interesting thing to note, which we discussed yesterday also, is the FII, foreign institutional investors. So foreign institutional investors have been in a continuous selling mode since last Thursday, which has continued. But then interestingly, their sale, the amount of sale that are happening is actually reducing day by day. So yesterday they have just sold for about 92 crores. That is perfectly fine within limits. And BIS have continued to buy. They bought for more than 1,000 crores. So yesterday, basically, whatever buying happened in the market was by BIS and some selling by FIS, which has led the market slightly down. And generally, what happens is sorry. So generally what happens is the retailers always, go in line with FIs. So at this point of time, probably some weakness in the retail sector as well. So that is kind of pulling the markets down slightly. But then I would say this is an opportunity to buy. And that's exactly why I am on a buying mode, really investing into some good stocks. Let's see how the markets are. Based on that, we'll be investing, adding more. In fact, we've also started investing into small case. So there are a few shortlisted small case that we're doing at MBA Family, which has also delivered really good returns. In fact, two small cases that we had entered about 2-3 months back are sitting with more than 11% return already. So, well, of course, the markets have also rallied. So that was also one thing. But then, of course, the portfolio in those small cases are also really good. So if you really want to understand what are the small cases, of course, you can join the MPA family. We always monitor different small cases available and select the right one that can help us grow our money. So these are few things that we do. So any support that you require for your insurance, your health insurance, your life insurance, your investment in the stock market, mutual funds, bonds, FD, we are the one place that you can be in where you get complete guidance on how to invest right and grow your money financially. So these are few things, of course, that we help you with. Some marketing there, of course. So coming back, the markets are looking flattish right now. Today is Wednesday, Monday before expiry, the first expiry of August. Markets are going to be slightly weak at this point of time, but by end of the day, we might see direction probably coming in, and tomorrow could be the D-Day. So at this point of time, I actually have reduced my holdings in trading at this point of time yesterday as well, and today looking forward to take some good trades based on the market movement. So these are a few things that's planned for the day, and apart from that, the important thing that we'll be looking at is, of course, the SBI results coming on Friday. So apart from that, nothing else really big to the happening in the Indian market at this point of time. But then markets are expected to be flat in this week. So more about what could happen next week would be discussed on the Market Pulse video on Sunday. Looking forward to catch you up there. Of course, we'll catch up for other details about market today, tomorrow in the morning podcast. So that's it for now. This is Srikanth Rajan signing off until we catch up on the podcast tomorrow morning. But before you leave, do press the like button if you love the content that we share, and do share the podcast with your friends and relatives to help them learn and invest together with us. Right? Goodbye.